Hey, yo, what's good, man, players? It's your boy, David Sharp, man, back out here on this Madden NFL 21 franchise mode. And yes, guys, man, we are here with the 4 o'clock scheduled games now. We only have 5 games, though. We only have 5 of those games, featuring this one, which we're about to kick off the 4 o'clock schedule. The undefeated, I'll say it again, the undefeated New York Jets. And you already know, the Jets have been playing tremendous. They have been playing so well. And I've always been saying it every week. The only way to get past them, you're going to have to stop their offense. Because their offense has been tremendous. The defense has been improving a little bit. They have been getting stops. They usually give up a lot of yardage to some teams that are probably near playoff contention. Basically, teams like Seattle. So the Jets are going to be up in Seattle, looking to remain unbeaten, while Seattle trying to end that winning streak of the Jets. But we are going to see what is going to happen, because things are about to go down. Yes, it's about to go down. Anyways, if you have not seen the rest of Week 14, if you haven't seen the Thursday games or the 1 o'clock scheduled games, especially the explanation of what was going on with the Vikings and Buccaneers game, make sure to go check all of that out so you guys will miss it, because the 4 o'clock scheduled games are here. We only have 5 of them. So once we're done with those 5 games, we'll be focused on the Bills and Steelers Sunday night football, then Monday night football, Browns and Ravens. And a reminder, Week 15 is almost here. And we kick off Week 15 with a division matchup in the AFC West. The Las Vegas Raiders, who are trying to be probably 3-10 heading into this week, as they take on the LA Chargers in a rematch. The Chargers looking for redemption against the team that they lost to and ended up giving them their first win on the season. And also another thing, D Sharp. This man here, he just, look at his stats, y'all. He is 2 touchdowns away from basically having the most so far this season. He's already past 50. And he's 2 touchdowns away from getting 60. Can you guys believe that? He is getting close to getting 60 touchdowns. 60 touchdown passes. Who would have ever imagined that? Who would have ever imagined that? But anyways, we are set to go. So let's head up to Century Lake Field in Seattle. The undefeated New York Jets taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. D Sharp in the Jets, Russell Wilson in the Seahawks. Who's gonna take it? We're all about to find out together.
Today, from Seattle, Washington, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. to do battle with the New York Jets.
And you saw those stats from Julian Willis. He continues to play his great season with this Jets team.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks.
All right, so the Jets, they're going to kick it off to the Seahawks to start the game. So we will see Russell Wilson and that Seahawks offense to begin the game. We're going to see what they can do against this Jets team this week. We're underway from Century Lake Field. And here's the return by Reed. And he'll go down at the 26-yard line. So Russell Wilson set to begin the Seahawks opening drive.
Russell Wilson to go to work. And everything about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson is playing at the quarterback.
Let's see how this Jets defense contains Russell Wilson and company.
4,100 yards passing, the second most in his career. 31 touchdown passes and took care of the ball as well.
And here's Oliver. And on the first play, he picks up a gain of a yard to the 27.
Yard on the game's first play at second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 76 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
Wilson looking to throw. No one's open. And that was knocked away. Good defense there by C.J. Mosley.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking
Wilson looking deep. Knocked away and intercepted. Pierre Desir picks it off. And the Jets are going to get the ball. And leading them, D Sharp. He is 2 touchdowns away from getting to 60 touchdowns on the season. Will he be able to do it? We're gonna find out.
The debate will certainly heat up, but he's done everything they've asked of him.
Wouldn't you love to be in his head right now, though, to see what he's thinking, how much this is affecting him? Is he thinking about it at all? Are his teammates talking to him?
And here's Bell. And not much there. Tackled at the 45.
Leading tackler in 2019, they're on the stop.
Defensively, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points.
D Sharp looking, and he's gonna find Young Buck. And he'll go down at the 30-yard line. First down, New York.
15 yards on the play, first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Well, first and 10 now for New York.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Pressure, D Sharp, and he's gonna get rid of it.
Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Second and 10. Toss the bell. And he'll go down after a gain of 4.
That second down play call was
Brings up third down.
It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Forced out to his left.
D Sharp. And that one's caught. Denzel Mims, the rookie, with a huge grab.
Inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good.
That looked like it was a bad pass for a second, but Denzel Mims with the hand.
Now go down, put a touchdown out. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And here's Bell, and he's in for a Jets touchdown.
Le'Veon Bell with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yes, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it.
And like I said about Le'Veon Bell, he's starting to improve on his run game a bit. Because earlier in the season, he usually don't be getting a lot of rushing touchdowns. But ever since, he's been improving, getting into the end zone on the ground. So the Jets take advantage of the turnover by Seattle. They turn it into 6 points.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no return here by Reed, and this one's going to be a touchback. So the Seahawks have to begin their next drive.
Now comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend.
And that's the NFC playoff picture.
Take a look at the playoff picture. Certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for. So much to play for.
And here's Oliver. And A.J. Oliver just bursting through. And A.J. Oliver's got a Seattle touchdown.
Great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from
Man, oh man. A.J. Oliver just burst through that Jets defense.
Efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. In one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75.
Here's Akeem West. And he puts this one in. And Seattle, they tie the game at 7. What an answer by Seattle. And you know that Seattle crowd has got to get pumped. And no return here for Davis, so the Jets will begin their next drive.
Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And here's Bell. And he'll go down at the 29.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later.
D Sharp. Oh, it looked like he had a receiver wide open. And it for sure looked like it. Because it was nobody over there. But instead, third down. D Sharp. And open is the tight end Griffin. And he'll go down across midfield at the 48. First down Jets.
That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They call him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48.
And here's Bell. trying to get through traffic, and he'll go down after a gain of 3.
And that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run. From both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's the 2nd and 7.
D Sharp looking to throw. He's gonna run.
Take off with it.
And he'll go down at the 30-yard line.
The escapability.
D Sharp letting him know what he can do. He gets a first down. A gain of 15.
A lot of people call this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well, it was you. I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
D Sharp looking for somebody. He's gonna run again. And he'll go down across the 20 and a first down for New York.
He keeps it himself for 11 and a first
A gain of 11 and another first down.
We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now,
D Sharp.
escaping the pressure right.
D Sharp. And that's caught by Griffin. How is he able to hold on to that one? I don't know, but he gets the first down.
14 on the play, and the Jets are going to get a new set of downs.
Bro, this is crazy. D Sharp is getting so lucky with these throws. I'm talking about back to back. On the last drive, he threw the ball and Denzel Mims had a defender with him, and he was able to hold on to the pass. And Griffin just did the same exact thing. And now Bell, he's in for his 2nd rushing touchdown in the game.
Le'Veon Bell with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Jets have taken the lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there and have and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. It'll be encouraging as always.
Extra point is good, and the Jets lead 14-7.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run.
The Jets are really improving offensively. The lucky catches, it's just crazy. They're just making these lucky catches that we've never seen before.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to.
And here's Oliver again. And he almost broke through for more, but he gets a first down. And he's already at 94 yards on the ground. That's impressive.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, and oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And Wilson, and he's going to throw it away.
Incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one is designed. They make sure they move.
Here's Wilson, and he's going to find Oliver on the screen pass. But not much. Only for a yard.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Wilson, and this one's incomplete. He was trying to go to Grant Hill.
Going with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
And no return here for Young Buck, as this one's going to be a touchback.
Continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
So here comes that New York offense yet again.
Ready to lead this offense again. And he's been busy with his feet. He's been quite the scrambling man.
And obviously that can break down a defense, but a lot of it is just that they just get trapped with worrying about it so much that other things break down as well. You know, you break the huddle, and you're not just playing what comes out at you. You're like, oh, God, don't let him outside of the pocket. Don't let him beat us with his legs. And then he starts to beat you other ways.
Buying time to his
D
left.
Sharp. Oh! Oh my goodness! Now just imagine if D Sharp would have connected there. Yo! He has been a scrambling machine. I'm talking about trying to run out of pocket and throw it at the same time.
On second down now.
So they're going to hand it to Bell on second down. And he's got a gain of 7. Brings up third down.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10. Probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down?
Third down. D Sharp. Oh, and Willis almost connected.
That could be the stop. This
They
defense
almost
needs to
connected with it.
they've been pretty well dissected by
And look at this. The Jets are not coming off the field. They're trying to go for this thing. Now the question is, what are they going to think about doing though?
They're indeed going
D Sharp. And it's not the way.
incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks will get the football back in outstanding field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
And here's Wilson. And he's going to find Grant Hill wide open. Who goes down at the 10.
teams that look at my coach. Why would we go for it there? No confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You want some explanations.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And here's Oliver trying to break through traffic. And he'll go down at the 7.
Game there, 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
Wilson, he's going to run. And Wilson's got a Seattle touchdown. And now Wilson's showing what he can do. Okay. Yo, guys, we might just have a battle on our hands right here. Both D Sharp and Russell Wilson showing what they can do. And we are tied at 14.
And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And Davis, no return for him, as this one's going to be a touchback.
Out to the 25-yard line. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he probably would like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't,
And they're going to hand it to Bell, and I believe he didn't get too much. He didn't get no gain. I'm actually kind of shocked about that, because I thought Bell would actually get some yards out of that. But instead, 2nd and 10.
Back to throw now, 2nd and 10. Dancing to his
And D Sharp, look at the open space for D Sharp.
pass to Fulton. And he'll take this to the other
Wow.
A minute 52 to play until halftime.
So Seattle, they're having the receivers locked up, but they can't. But they gotta keep their eye on D Sharp, and they're having trouble with that.
Stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life. No doubt about it. You're stuck with me in this booth. And he's miles away and smiling and happy. Flush to his right.
D Sharp throwing on a run, and he finds Young Buck, and he'll go down at the 19-yard line.
Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks when they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping
D Sharp, and he's sacked.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory.
D Sharp, and open is Young Buck for 6. Touchdown Jets.
He's in. Touchdown Jets. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, with every touchdown.
Number 59, one more for 60 on the season.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good.
The extra point is good, and the Jets are now up 21-14.
Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14.
Wow. Now D Sharp is a touchdown away from getting to 60 touchdown passes, which is the most out of any quarterback so far this season.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. But he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is
Wilson, and he's going to find Oliver, and they'll bring him down at the 42-yard line.
to start scoring.
And Seattle, look at this. They're going to speed this. Wilson again, and he finds Philip Dorsett this time. And he'll go down at the 34-yard line. First down, Seattle. Man, what a show D Sharp and Wilson are putting on for these fans. I'm talking about this is one of the reasons why we have great battles here this season in the NFL. And now Seattle, they're gonna use a timeout because it looks like they're gonna go for a last-second field goal before halftime, and they're gonna trust on Akeem West to try to get that job done. But what a show though. What a performance by both D Sharp and Russell Wilson, both coming to play in this one. But D Sharp, he could get the last laugh by the end of the game, but we'll see. So Akeem West on for the field goal, and he's got it. But the Jets are still leading at halftime, 21-17.
Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14.
And up next, we're going to be in Las Vegas. The Raiders trying to get themselves to 3-10. as they host the Indianapolis Colts. Then we're going to be up in San Francisco. The 49ers looking to get themselves their 12th victory on the season as they host Washington.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Randy Cotton and Charles Davis.
So this first half for both teams have been okay. The Jets have the lead, trying to remain unbeaten.
Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Alright, so we're back in Seattle. The Jets set to get the ball to start quarter number 3.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And Davis, no return for him, as this one's going to be a touchback.
25-yard line.
So the Jets will take over.
Go again offensively, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the Jets looking to keep their lead here in the third. And here's Bell. And he'll go down at the 29-yard line. A gain of 4 that time.
Coming from his safety spot to make the play.
At the end of all that hitting and power, and it was a 4-yard run, so the offense could go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6.
Second and 6. D Sharp has open space. There goes D Sharp. And he'll slide down at the 49.
Got the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
Not there. After about the third one, he decided you better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This is unbelievable. D Sharp is just running all over this Seattle defense. He's letting them know. He's letting them know what he loves to do, and that's run it. Whenever there's open space.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
D Sharp downfield for Willis. Touchdown.
And the touchdown record is now all his.
What a way to do it.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had a strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
What a way to do it. D Sharp, 60 touchdown passes on the season.
For the extra point.
Wow. Could you ever imagine that a quarterback like that would go for 60 touchdown passes and we're not even near the end of the season yet?
Play drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown.
Wow. These fans in here are stunned. They're stunned. But for real, I can't believe it. D Sharp is now at 60 touchdown passes. How about that?
25 is Reed Hawks for the touchback. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And their halftime haul now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown in the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger.
And here's Oliver. And he'll go down, getting this to the 30-yard line.
And certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And Oliver, he's not one of the reasons Seattle's losing. It just seemed like all of a sudden when the Jets offense is out there, they just can't stop them. No matter if they're trying to run or pass, they can't stop them. And here's Oliver on the ground, and there goes Oliver. And he's going to score a Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease.
And Oliver looking to get the 2-point conversion, and no, the Jets stop him.
And this time he'll be stopped short of the goal line. He might have been out of gas after the long run. In any event, the try for two fails.
So the Jets are still leading it. They're leading by just 5.
And they will not get a chance to
But the thing about it is, Seattle just got to stop their offense. They haven't stopped them yet. They haven't forced them a punt.
punching in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield.
And here's Bell. And he'll go down at the 39-yard line. First down, New York. Man, what a performance. Bell running the ball well. D-Sharp running it all over the Seattle defense. He's already gotten to 60 touchdown passes with those 2 touchdowns. Man, insane. Who would have imagined that would have happened?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the
And here's Bell. And he'll go down at the 42-yard line. 2nd and 7 now.
You'll take that kind of a run, right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw.
D-Sharp downfield caught Young Buck wide open again. How does that keep happening? Is it the fact that they're too focused on Julian Willis, or I don't know what it is. Even Seattle thought that they was gonna pick that off, but Young Buck says absolutely not.
So the big play gets him all the way down.
Our quarterback has played this well. He does not deserve another interception.
Now Bell.
And here's Bell. And he'll go down at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 6.
In the NFL, at any given time, every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. And D-Sharp is sacked. Bobby Wagner gets the sack.
Bobby Wagner able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Enough to start out a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
But now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mom is a very, very tough man.
3rd and 14 here for New York.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased
D-Sharp, he's gonna run. And did he get the first? And I don't think he did.
9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down. Talk about throwing a wrench
So the Jets, they're gonna go for a field goal attempt to try to make it an 8-point game.
Yardage, and he did, but not enough.
And the kick is good.
Bar is good.
it's an 8-point game. So I still feel like Seattle really didn't need to go for that 2-point try, because if they would have gave up 3 points, then they would have been down by 7, but instead they're down 8. So now they most definitely need to score and a 2-point conversion in order to tie the game. But you know Russell Wilson, he never gives up in a time like this.
Up to go again. He's closing in on 200 yards on the ground, but the fourth quarter still to cover in the third. Good shot to get there.
And now he's got to make sure he convinces his coaching staff to leave him out there and keep touching the ball, because when you've had that kind of a day.
And here's Oliver. Man, he got leveled that time, but that didn't matter. He picked up a gain of 6.
I'll take the ball again, please, right?
Not turning down any carries.
At the 27-yard line. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 here for Seattle.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson.
Wilson gets hit as he throws it, and that one's incomplete.
Bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun,
Wilson looking deep, and he finds Grant Hill for the Seattle touchdown. Now all they need is a 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion away from tying the game. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here.
Wilson. Oh, Tyler Lockett. He dropped the pass. How could they drop that pass? Wow. So now they're down by 2. And man, what is going on? That is back-to-back 2-point tries that are unsuccessful. So all they need now, they gotta hope for a stop. That's just it. They just gotta hope for a stop.
As the Jets come back out on offense. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it.
And here's Bell. And he'll go down at the 28-yard line.
So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take your foot off the gas.
No, not at all.
Bell trying to run up the middle, and he'll go down at the 31.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
He's sharp looking, and he's going to get rid of it. And for the first time all game, the Seahawks have forced the Jets to punt it. And Oliver's not going to return it. And where are they going to spot it? They're going to spot this one at the 2-yard line.
But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line and give the defense a really nice opportunity.
And here's Oliver. And Oliver again breaking free. And he will score a Seattle touchdown. Are you serious? You gotta be kidding me right now.
Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it.
on Seattle.
That's the most spectacular
It looks like they're trying to go for the 2-point try.
Can I top this?
And I believe that's what they're thinking.
All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt.
Remember, they were unsuccessful twice. Can they finally get one?
Here's Wilson.
And Wilson finds Oliver, and they convert.
Goes by a couple more. So they like to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there and work out.
Wow. 3 touchdown runs by Oliver in this game.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
Is that gonna ruin the moment for D Sharp that he had just passing this? Well, not passing, but getting to the 60 touchdown mark.
Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. They'll try and start this drive.
D Sharp. Oh, and good defense there, knocking that one away. And the Jets are also going against their former teammate Jamal Adams. D Sharp finding Bell. Spin move by Bell. And he'll go down at the 38. First down, New York.
It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And here's Bell. And he'll go down at the 47-yard line.
I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager, you come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy.
D Sharp. And open is Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 39.
They want to see consistently. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much.
D Sharp looking to throw. Oh, I thought he was gonna run it, but instead he threw it away, which was actually smart though, because you're trailing and you need a score to take the lead in the fourth. D Sharp, he's gonna find Bell on the screen, and they'll bring him down at the 29.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ending up with a solid game.
3rd and 1, and Bell, he's gonna get the first.
To the 2-minute warning. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a New York first down.
Man, in the fact that we're inside of 2 minutes, it's a 6-point game right now.
After having time to talk it over. Flushed out right.
D Sharp's trying to get out of pocket, and he goes down.
These types of calls, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
A small bit of
The
adversity.
crowd is going crazy in Seattle. They're looking for a stop.
Steps away to his
D Sharp again is gonna get rid of it.
I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away.
And D Sharp fumbled. And the Seahawks pick it up.
To the 33-yard line.
That simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for them.
And here's Oliver.
No bigger time to force a turnover. You got this.
And now the Jets, they're gonna use one of their timeouts.
Offense's perspective. Taking care of the ball is so important. I know they got all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And here's Oliver. And he'll go down at the 46.
After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for his third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone.
And Wilson, he's sacked.
He's taken down. What a huge play at this point.
So the Jets still have a shot.
Going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. As they'll head to the sideline.
D Sharp. This is his first time being in this position. And here's Young Buck. And Young Buck, ooh, he almost broke through. That would have been huge.
So the Jets now down on the scoreboard. A little under a minute to go. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10.
D Sharp. And he's going to find Denzel Mims.
And he's brought down after a very nice game. Pick up there at 22.
D Sharp and company. 1st and 10. D Sharp looking to throw. And he finds Julian Willis for the touchdown.
They got the dramatic score inside the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point.
So here's the extra point. And Meyer puts it in. And the Jets have taken the lead.
Plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Oh boy, D Sharp was a bit worried there when he had fumbled that football. He believed that it was over, that the streak was gonna end, but he never gave up. 2 huge passes turned into 6 points. So now the Seahawks with a chance to get the lead right back.
Seahawks offense trailing by a point. A little over 20 seconds to go. Their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
Wilson downfield, and that's picked.
Pressure there as it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre.
Pierre Desir might have saved the game for the Jets. He might have saved the streak. Man, oh man. And the Jets, they're gonna take the game.
Come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh my gosh.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want
This is crazy.
9 seconds remaining.
The Seahawks are gonna go down in the final seconds. Unbelievable game.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
So, they done it again. The New York Jets have done it again. They're gonna escape in Seattle with a 38-37 win as they remain unbeaten at 13-0. A heartbreaking loss for Seattle. Everything that they went through, they just couldn't hold on in the 4th.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And say what you want about Lumen Field here in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league when you're on the road. So for the Jets, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road day next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Seattle, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Yo, you guys, I have never thought that D Sharp would be in a situation like this. The first time he's been in a situation like this, and all of a sudden he gets it done so fast. See, watch this. This is the first play. He had the throw, and he finds Denzel Mims, who was open. He got tackled at midfield. Then, on the very next play, D Sharp does the same exact play, but then flips it. I don't think Seattle noticed, but D Sharp flipped the play around, and then Willis was on a receiving end, and then he ended up getting the game-winning touchdown reception. But then this happened. Seattle, who needed to score, Wilson had all day. He was looking to throw. He saw that AJ Oliver was running. But Pierre Desir, the game-saving interception right there, he intercepted Wilson as the Jets remain unbeaten. Unbelievable scene. Unbelievable game we just witnessed to begin the 4 o'clock schedule. Now that is what I call a game right there. That is what I call a game.
Scouting points are earned every week. Use all of your points because a portion of the remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
So with that, the Jets are now 3 wins away from having an unbeaten season. But in order for them to do that, they gotta win their next 3. But they win a huge one in Seattle. So here are the stats. D Sharp, 326 yards thrown it, 3 touchdown passes, only got sacked 4 times, but he did not want to lose. He did not want to ruin the perfect moment that he had. And Wilson threw for 133 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. But he got sacked once, but heartbreaking loss for him. Oliver, his performance, but his team ended up losing. 10 carries, 278 yards, 3 trips to the end zone. D Sharp ran 9 times for 79. Le'Veon Bell, 16 carries, 71 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Russell Wilson carried for 7 yards and a touchdown. And here's the receiving. This one was insane. Young Buck, 4 catches, 108 yards and a touchdown. Julian Willis, 2 catches, 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. Grant Hill, 2 catches, 91 yards and a touchdown. Denzel Mims, 2 catches, 43 yards. Ryan Griffin, 2 catches for 38 yards. Le'Veon Bell, 3 catches for 36. Philip Dorsett, a catch for 24. And AJ Oliver, 2 catches for 18 yards. So for the Jets, their streak continues. They're now 3 wins away from being an unbeaten team this season alone, as they move to 13-0, and they'll get another road test in week 15 as they head to the new SoFi Stadium to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Seattle, this is only just their 3rd loss on the season so far, as they fall to 10-3, and they will have a chance to bounce back on the road in Washington. Yo, you guys, what a game we just witnessed. If you enjoyed this first game here in the 4 o'clock schedule, smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. On the road to 200. Next game, we're going to be in Las Vegas. Colts and Raiders. It's your boy Dez, and I'm gone.